Let me revise first certain part of the function, and then we will try to solve a few programs so that we can understand the next chapter, that is a pointers in C. Most important concepts about functions in C, that function is a closed body. What goes inside one function is not visible to another function. Now, in this chapter, we try to understand how programmer can write his or her own function so that a particular task is exclusively written in that user defined function, and we can call that function from our main function or any function. As we have seen that C is a procedure oriented language. That means it is a collection of functions. So we divide the whole program into separate modules, and that module we call it as a function. Now, directly before we start writing a few programs, a few important points about functions is that function can take arguments. When you call the function, the control is transferred from that calling function to called function. The arguments you send, we call it as the actual arguments. The arguments you receive in a function body, we call them as a formal arguments or formal parameters. Name of actual arguments and formal arguments can be same, but should not be kept same, so that programmer who writes program is not confused, right? And those who read your program, those should not be also confused whenever they read your program. But such restriction is not there, because each function has got its own variable, and because the function acts like a closed box, two functions can have variables having same name. But we should avoid that as far as possible. A function may return a value or may not return a value. When function doesn't return any value, we write return type of function as a void. By default, function returns integer. But even though a particular function is returning an integer, we should explicitly write int as the return type of data, int as the return type of function. Before you write any function, rather definition, you should design that function, and while designing the function, you should think about four uh, inherent parts of that function. About name of the function, so name of the function, like variable name, should be meaningful. Then what kind of arguments function is going to take, what should be the data type of that arguments, and what should be the return type of function. So that everything has to be designed before you uh, write the function. For example, we will see a couple of programs from your assignments only. So there is a one program, length and breadth of rectangle are input through the keyboard. Write a C program using function to calculate and print area of rectangle. And there is one more program, radius of circle is entered through the keyboard. Write a C program to print area of a circle and circumference of a circle. What I will do, I will write a single program and cover both of these. Uh, so there are two objects. First is a rectangle, another is the circle. So accordingly, we need to declare variables. So let's declare variable as L for length of rectangle, breadth as a uh, breadth of rectangle, uh, area rec as a area of rectangle, and peri-rec as a perimeter of rectangle. Alright. We will declare one variable as a radius of a circle, and since area and perimeter are floating point values, we will declare as double uh, area circle and circumference of circle. You can put a single name or you can use the underscore, we know that, right? First, let's take the input, enter, length of a, even though you have written this program as a part of assignments, or if you have learned C in the past, don't ignore whatever I am going to tell you, because you may find many things new uh, in this program. Note that when you write message in the printf statement, which acts as a prompt for the user, uh, sentence should be very neat, clean, and clear. I told you that the first character of message should be uppercase, and you should take care of grammar as well, right? That is very important aspect of good programming practice, right? Now we are not going to, as we are writing a program through functions, we are not going to write all arithmetic expressions inside main function. We will be calling all those functions from the main functions. So we need to first write the prototypes before you write function definitions, right? Before you call function, the first step is to write the function prototype. So think about that area of a rectangle. So area rec, that is the name of the function. It is going to take definitely two arguments. So write int comma int, right? Prototype should be terminated by semicolon, and return type of this function is going to be int. So that is the prototype of area of rectangle function. Similarly, return type of the perimeter of rectangle is going to be integer. So I am going to write peri rec. This two is going to take two arguments, right? Then uh, area of a circle. So variable name and function name cannot be same. So you can write rec area uh, and rec peri, right? Area of rectangle and perimeter of rectangle, because the variable name and function name cannot be same. I made a mistake. Um, Circle area, it is going to take single argument, that is the radius, and the function will return double, right? And circle circum, that also going to take one argument as the integer, and it will return double. So these are prototypes, right? So let's first write function definition. This is the method of developing the program. So int rec area. Now once you write the prototype, it gives you help so that you do not forget anything. You use any ID, it will assist you. It is called IntelliSense. It gives you help at the runtime when you write the code. So I'll write int r. No, it's going to take in length and int breadth, right? So this is going to be a body of the function. You can directly write. You can declare here variable as int area and write here area is equal to length into breadth. You can write here return area. We will try to write functions intentionally in different ways. So so that whatever taught yesterday is revised. Int rec perimeter. When you write function definition, you need to give formal arguments, name of formal arguments. In the function prototype, that is not required. So int, you can give the same name. There is no problem. Int breadth, right? By mistake, sometimes students put here semicolon. That is not uh, required. That is not to be written, rather that is the rule, because this is a function body like a main function. uh, Here the approach you follow should be consistent throughout all functions, right? But here, since I'm exploring various ways. Here I will write definition of this function in a different way. I'll write directly write uh, 2 into length plus breadth, right? So uh, everything can be uh, covered in a single statement. What is the name of the function? Circle area. So circle area int r. So what is the circle area? Pi r square, right? So um, you can write double I is equal to 3.40, and right here double area, and area is equal to pi into r into r. Leave one space between these operators and operands so that uh, you can read that program easily. Double, what is the name of the function? Circle circum. So circle circum, then it will take one argument. Here again I will follow the compact uh, way of writing programs. I will write return 2 into 3.14 into r, right? So this is how the program looks now. Now time to call the function. So area circle is name of the variable in which we will try to get area of circle. We'll write area of circle is equal to rec area and send whatever values you have going to send. uh, that's it. Then perirec is equal to rec peri l comma b. Then area of circle is equal to circle area. Then you can send argument as radius and circle circum. uh, circle variable name is equal to circum radius. So that's it, and we will print all everything. So area of rectangle is equal to percent d, right? And area, see in last program what might be happening. That is the reason uh, variable naming is one of the rare skill you can say. I will write. Okay, we'll write separate function. Is percent d, and then what is that? Perirec, right? Area of circle is equal to uh, with percent lf. Since it is the double, we will write as 10 10.2, give some, and up to two decimal places precision. We'll here also we'll write 10. Let here 10. Let's see how the output is printed. Then area of circle. What is the E A? So circle and printed circumference of circle is equal to percent 10.2 LF slash n. Here I forgot the slash n, and here circumcircle. Right. I hope lot of similar names are there of variables as well as function names. So hope everything is fine. Let's see. So what is here? Variable area set but not used. Where is that? Okay, it is giving you warning. I'm not returning that. So warning has to be, you should not. Students often are in a so haste that I don't know. They want to write program and compile and execute and go to the next program. They do not even. They are looking only for the errors. So usually they ignore warning, but warning gives you a lot of, like a warning for the helmet or warning for current days mask. So since it is warnings, we ignore that. We should not. So it is giving warning area is declared but not used. Yes, because we have declared that we are not returning that area, right? So let's build that program again. So now there are zero errors and zero warning, but still it doesn't mean that you will get the correct output. So you have to check that whether the output is correct or not, right? With simple values, you can correct. You can see whether the output is correct or not. So we'll first enter small values like rectangle 2 by 3, and radius of circle we will enter only 1, right? That we will come to know area of circle is zero point 0.0. So something going wrong here. I suspect that. Okay. So what is that? I don't know. Let's check. Maybe let's see whether it works with float first. If it doesn't work along with float as well, then we'll have to uh, dig in again. Yes, so problem is seems to be along with some double constant. I don't know. Let me copy this program and let me check whether problem is there along with other compiler. This is a Dev C++ compiler. So far seems to be good, but let's see whether that program gives problem here when I put everything as a double. So let's compile this. So far error and warnings are not there here. I hope the screen is visible to you. Enter 5, 2 and suppose 3. Yeah. So can you see the same program is executed in Dev C++. This is clear to you that area of rectangle is coming right. Okay. The problem is in area of circle and with format specifier you can modify all these things so that everything comes in one line. So the program is divided into 4 different functions, right? Now, I will teach you afterwards at the end of the curriculum how all functions can be put in a one no one separate file, and we can call that. So that is the way to program. So in that case, you will be seeing only you will be writing this much program only, right? And it's like printf function you have called, which is somewhere else. Similarly, all these functions will be called, but their definitions would be in this file. It will be another file, and you will add that file in your program. So that is the way to write the program. But later, when we know uh, when we cover that preprocessor directives, this thing, at that time I will explain you how to write multi-file program. So I hope this is clear. If any other program is to be solved, I can say. mm, So what is that? An integer is input through the keyboard. Write a C program using function is odd even. So problem says that your name of the function should be is odd even, whether it is odd or even, right? As an integer is odd or even. Okay. Modify program to take anything. So for the program is in 2 stages, right? So we can write int is odd even. It will take integer. So this is the prototype. I will declare here the variable as the num, right? Printf. How that program will execute? The number is odd or even. A program can be written on the basis of interpretation, right? So we can write if is odd even, and let printf the number is odd, right? Else you can write printf whatever the number is even. As I said yesterday, everyone will try to write program in a different way. There is no specific format. Everybody will be having different logic. So I'll write is odd even int number, right? And check if number odd and even, number divisible mod 2 equal to 0, then the number is even, right? You can write the return. We show you various strategies, how program return. You can write, you have to write here return 0, right? Else return 1. Let's try to, what is this, is odd even. Let's send that argument, right? So if I run this program, the number is odd, right? If I enter 6, the number is even. So is odd even is there. So inside condition I have called the function. So when control enters inside if control structure, this function is called uh, is odd even, and argument will be passed. Here condition is tested, and we know that function can return only one value, but function can have multiple return statements. So if number mod 2 is equal to 0, if condition is true, that means number is even, and this will be printed only when control goes to else part. That's why I return 0 value. I hope, right? And else 1, that means number is odd here. So when 1 is sent, if 1, right? So this will tested will be when you return 1, the value of this expression is going to be 1. So it will print number as an odd. You can write in different ways. Suppose you write here 1 and you write here 0, then you can write here logical not operator. So it will work in the same fashion, because that logical not operator will know convert truth into false and false into truth. So number is even, right? Number of ways are there. Even all these 4 statements can be uh, written in one single statement as a using ternary operator. Let me try that. Return number mod 2. So when this condition is true, question mark, you can write 1 here or colon 0, right? So if I enter 6, the number is odd. So what is here? Number mod 2. Okay. You can write, you can put here, yeah, number mod 2 is it becomes 0, no? So it should be not, it's like that, right? But put here brackets if you have got any doubt what would be executed first, because number, not number. If this is if you don't put the brackets and this is executed first, if you do not remember, even I do not remember hierarchy or precedence, but this may happen. So you have to play along with that. So if you have a doubt, put the brackets. That is the best. What you want to execute first, this want to be executed first. That's it, right? So if I execute this, number is even, right? I hope you understood this. Number mod 2. This is a kind of a condition, so that will be executed first. When the condition is true, number mod 2, that is going to be uh, uh, the result of this, because in a true sense this is not condition basically, because you have put the only what you can say, that modulus operator. So number mod 2, that is suppose number is 50, 50 mod 2, result is going to be 0, right? But number is even, it means number is even. So you have flipped that result using logical not operator, so that 1 is written, right? So this is how program can be developed. There is one more operator. Let me check whether it works in this compiler or not. I'm not sure, but I'm. Let me check in front of you. Basically, it is a C++ this thing facility. But let's see whether it works in C as well. No, it is not working because yeah, unknown type bull. Yeah, so this doesn't work in. It works in C++. It works in Python. It works in Java. In C it works, but some compiler setting have to be done that I have read. I don't know how to set this compiler, but that is valid in C, I suppose. Some C11 standard. This compiler is perhaps following the C99 standards, or maybe 89. But in recent compilers, they have made this provision. If I can find tomorrow, I will come along with this, or in the future, I will use this way of writing program. But as far as this program is concerned, I hope you have understood this, right? Mm, try on your own. Uh, let me see whether something is there again. Okay, one more. This thing was there. As many numbers as you can. So I didn't solve it. What is that? Modify program to take as many values as user wants to enter. So what you can do, put it inside the loop. This whole you can put inside the loop, right? You can write do, right, and put that the whole code inside do while loop. That indentation is good idea. And here you can write, yeah, uh, printf. Do you wish to continue, or do you want to another enter another number? Anything, right? If I this kind of a loop can be, written in multiple ways. Multiple ways. Slash t. uh, uh, Enter y for yes. N for no. Right? I will declare here int input choice. I will scan here %c ampersand input choice. It has to be char, right? Char data type. And then I will write here while. What do you mean by while then? Input choice equal to y logical or input choice equal to capital Y. I hope I explained this earlier. So let's see whether program is executed as many times as user wants. Are there any errors or warning? No. So I will enter number 6. So do you wish to continue? See that how that blank spaces makes difference. So enter Y for yes, N for no. So if I enter Y, right, enter integer number. So 7, yes. So it works for any input, and if I say capital N, the program is terminated. Right. So this is how a lot of ways are there. Um, I will use intentionally different ways to write this kind of loops so that you understand multiple ways, right? Sometimes uh, no. Hmm, let's check it. Let's check. Instead of showing you, let's demonstrate. I'll write 1 here and enter number, and there is a message kind of thing. Enter something, any what we call it is a sentinel value in programming, this thing. So enter -999, right? So to terminate, right? So since this is a while do while program and while condition is always true, then what we have to do, right here, uh, if num is equal to minus 999, right, break. So some kind of thing, anything, right? This doesn't apply here because we are basically checking whether per integer whether number is even or odd. So, but remember this. This mind to put this kind of condition provision in this program is not right idea. But I'm just showing you because I just recall that such kind of practice is there. This is used, but context is different. Right? This is not right context, but sorry, try to get what I mean. Let's see whether how it works. Yeah, it is showing. It's telling you that enter minus 90 minus 999 to terminate. So till that it will work. Right? The moment you enter minus 999, it will be terminated. So okay. So this is how. That's why the C language is a very popular language because you have the full control over the code, right? I hope you have understood this. Um, I write program because you start knowing something new and various ways of writing program. Um, Marks of 5 subjects are entered through the keyboard. Write a program using function print total marks and percentage marks. What you do here, write separate functions for calculation of marks and write separate function for finding percentile marks. Right? Don't do everything inside one function. Right? That's why we call it as a modular programming. Divide that whole program, rather problem. Factorial, that is the same program from the last chapter, function chapter. This is very interesting program, HCF and LCM. Try it on your own. Um, any integer is input from the keyboard. Write a function to reverse an integer, print using C language. So this is the program from the first chapter, but here you are going to write it only through the function, separate function. This is the program from your if else, right? So you are going to write here function. Two numbers are input through the keyboard, max num to determine which number is largest. Okay, that is okay. Yesterday I think we wrote this program. Three numbers are input, write a function largest among three numbers. Right? Among three numbers can be written using a single statement. Right? Can we try here? Let's try. I don't know whether this will work, but if x is greater than y, then it will come to this part. Inside this, if x is greater than z, let's consider value of x is 5, y is equal to 8, z is equal to 2. What will happen here? If x is greater than y, so it will go to this part because x is not greater than y. Here y will be checking y is greater than z. Yes, y is greater than z, so it will return y. So far this is good. Suppose this is 10. In that case 10 will be written. Suppose this is 15. X is greater than y, x is greater than z. Yes, so x will be written. Suppose this is 9. So 9 is greater than y. Whether x is greater than z? No. Here some problem is there. If x is greater than z, here z has to be written. I don't know. Well, let's check. I think problem might be there in brackets. There might be. I don't know. Let's check for multiple inputs. 3, 5, 6. So 6 is the largest. 8, 4, 2. So 8 is the largest. You have to check this program for multiple inputs. 96 is the largest. Suppose 25, 78, 3, 70. So far it is working. Okay, you check first, and if you check for multiple inputs, then please try to understand the logic, right? But see how now, after all, these kind of programs are used for developing our logic, right? Not more than that, because here there is no provision what if so same numbers are this that, right? So it won't say that suppose I read 66 and 66 and 22. Okay, so far it gives you 66 the largest, right? But it won't give message these and these numbers are same and all these things. So that is not possible here. But see here how compact it has been made because of ternary operator, right? And the function is called inside printf function. So this is how you can learn the programming, right? So I hope so far function chapter is over. Tomorrow we are going to start um, pointers in C, right? And the new beginning again, uh, a crux of uh, a C language for which C is popular, and at the same time, because of which there is fear in students' mind only because of pointer. I am there to remove that fear. Don't worry. But still, I am afraid of pointer. Okay. So, though you work on pointers for so many years, okay, fear is going to be there. Uh, so that's it. We will stop today. Thank you very much. If you are on the what I want to tell you, if you are on the you got a YouTube account, then when I send these videos, recorded videos to you, okay, like those videos, I request, and some of them you can share it along with your friends. No problem. I don't mind because I don't upload all videos, right? Okay.